Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl GingerSnap Reacts here, and we are going to be reacting to a top 10 scary Canadian urban legends that are pure evil. Some of these I probably never heard of before in my life, so I might have heard them. Like some urban legends I might very well know that could be on this list. I'll let you guys know if I actually have heard it or not, but let's get into this, guys.
From the icy reaches of the Yukon to the mist-shrouded forests of British Columbia, Canada holds a treasure trove of spine-tingling tales. These legends have been whispered among locals for generations, captivating their imaginations and leaving a lingering sense of dread. Be warned, once you step into the realm of darkness, you may never see Canada the same way again. Here are the top 10 scary Canadian urban legends that are pure evil. Starting off this list, in our number 10 spot, we have the Headless Ghost Miner. According to the legend, deep in the remote wilderness of Yukon, there once was a thriving mining town. In the late
Now, I never per se heard this one, but I have heard like stories about people around in Canada dying in the mines and stuff like that. I don't know if it's per se this story, but I do know that there was like accidents and stuff of miners dying in the mine or having like a freak accident and something happened or stuff like that, right?
1800s, tragedy struck when a miner lost his head in a horrific accident deep within the mine shaft. The incident left the town in shock, and the legend of the Headless Ghost Miner was born. Locals claim to this day the spirit of the miner roams the abandoned mining town, searching for his lost head. Witnesses
For real? Oh God. No.
Report encountering a spectral figure dressed in tattered mining gear, carrying a flickering lantern. Despite the absence of a head, the ghostly miner emits blood-curdling screams that echo through the night. Those who have crossed paths with the Headless Ghost...
Imagine he was like out camping or something, or something like that one night, or just like chilling with friends by a fire and you hear like this scream. What would you do?
Ghost miners speak of an overwhelming sense of dread and an intense feeling of being watched. Some claim to have witnessed the miner's lantern light flicker and heard his disembodied voice calling out for help. The legend has been passed down through generations, warning people to stay away from the haunted mining town after dark. Whether the legend is rooted in real tragedy or fueled by the imagination of storytellers, the tale of the Headless Ghost Miner continues to send shivers down the spines of those who venture into the desolate reaches of Yukon's wilderness.
I don't know why they would. It's not worth it.
In our number 9 spot today, we have the Ghost Train of Stony Trail. Located on the outskirts of Calgary in Alberta, Stony Trail is a popular highway that encircles the city. According to the
I'm not really surprised that there's like a ghost story, but I mean, I don't think I heard of this one though. But I'm not real surprised that there's a ghost story one though.
Legend, late at night, a ghostly train can be seen and heard traveling alongside the highway, even though there are no train tracks in the vicinity. Witnesses claim that the apparition of an old-fashioned train, complete with smoke billowing from its stack and the sound of its whistle, appears out of nowhere and follows the path of Stony Trail for a short distance before vanishing into thin air. Some even report feeling a chill in the air and a sense of unease when encountering the ghost train. There are various theories surrounding the origins of this paranormal phenomenon. One popular belief is that the ghostly train is a residual haunting, a recording of past events imprinting on the surrounding environment. According to local lore, a train derailed in the area decades ago, resulting in multiple fatalities. It is said that the spirits of the deceased continue to haunt the land, manifesting as the ghost train. Whether the sightings are the result of overactive imaginations, optical illusions, or actual paranormal activity, the legend of the ghost train of Stony Trail continues to intrigue and captivate those who travel along the highway late at night, reminding them that the boundary between the living and the supernatural may not be as distinct as it seems. In our number 8 spot today, we have the Gray Man. According to the legend, the Gray Man is a spectral figure that haunts the vast prairies and desolate stretches of land in Saskatchewan. The Gray Man is
The Gray Man. I don't know if I heard of this one.
described as a tall and shadowy figure wearing a long, tattered coat and a wide-brimmed hat that obscures his face. He is often seen wandering aimlessly in remote areas, appearing and disappearing mysteriously. The legend suggests that encountering the Gray Man brings a profound sense of unease and foreboding to those who witness him. Locals and travelers claim to have seen the Gray Man in various locations across the province, particularly in isolated rural areas and near abandoned homesteads. Witnesses describe feeling an overwhelming sense of being watched or followed, and some have even reported hearing disembodied whispers or the sound of footsteps when there is no one around. The origins of the Gray Man legend are shrouded in mystery. Some speculate that he may be the ghost of a lost soul or a restless spirit bound to the land.
Probably because the spirit gets messing around with people too. Like, it could just be walking around and, like, it knows probably that a lot of people are gonna go at nighttime or whatever, go around to his area. I mean, that's a lot of the reason why they haunt the area too, because it knows that people are foolish enough to go around there.
Believe that he serves as a warning or a harbinger of impending doom. The legend of the Gray Man adds a very eerie and supernatural element to Saskatchewan's expansive and secluded landscapes. It continues to intrigue and unsettle those who venture into the remote corners of the province, perpetuating the fascination with the unknown and the paranormal in Saskatchewan folklore. Whether the Gray Man is a figment of imagination or a genuine spectral entity, his legend continues to captivate the imagination of locals and visitors alike. In our number 7 spot today, we have the Wendigo. The Wendigo is a creature you may...
Now, I heard about these, but I didn't think it was a Canadian thing. But that would make a lot of sense, though, in a way, because there is a lot of urban legends that goes on around Canada. So for it to be the Wendigo in here, like in Canada, that's pretty interesting, but I'm not exactly sure where it would be too.
Have heard of before, and they are a creature deeply rooted in Indigenous folklore and is said to roam the wilderness of Manitoba. According to legend,
they have like, you look like different, because like some of them look like that, but then you got like the Wendigo from Until Dawn. If you ever played that game, it looks like that. I think there's like different versions of what they look like.
The Wendigo is a malevolent spirit or entity that takes the form of a gaunt and emaciated creature. It is often depicted as towering in stature with sunken eyes, long limbs, and antler-like protrusions from its head. The Wendigo is said to be driven by insatiable hunger and an unquenchable desire for human flesh. The legend warns that those who venture into the remote...
So, the ones in Until Dawn, are they like a different kind of one breeds, I guess? Or is it like the country that made it, maybe, is like that's how they see Wendigos? Or... I'm kind of curious about that.
Forests of Manitoba may encounter the Wendigo. It is believed that the creature possesses humans, driving them to madness and human consumption. The Wendigo is said to embody the darkest aspects of human greed and gluttony, and the origins of the Wendigo legend are deeply rooted in the folklore of the Indigenous peoples of the region, particularly the Algonquin tribes. The story serves as a cautionary tale warning.
That's what it looks like in Until Dawn. It looks like a long creature with long arms and legs, but they didn't have like the antlers and stuff though.
Against the dangers of selfishness and the consequences of succumbing to one's primal desires. The legend of the Wendigo continues to captivate the imagination and instill fear in those who venture into the wilderness of Manitoba. In our number 6 spot today, we have the ghostly hitchhiker of Blue Ghost Tunnel. Located in Thorold near Welland Canal here in Ontario, the Blue Ghost Tunnel is an...
That's in Ontario? Really? Huh.
Abandoned railway tunnel with a reputation for being haunted. As the legend goes, the ghostly hitchhiker is said to be a young woman who tragically lost...
When you know that there's like a hitchhiker story of a ghost, you know it's not gonna go well. You know it's not gonna go well.
Her life in the tunnel many years ago. According to the stories, the ghostly hitchhiker is often seen standing near the entrance of the tunnel, dressed in outdated clothing. She appears as a spectral figure, pale and ethereal, emitting an eerie blue glow, hence the name Blue Ghost Tunnel. Legend has it that the ghostly hitchhiker is known to wander the nearby roads, seemingly seeking a ride. Those who have encountered her claim that she vanishes without a trace once they approach or attempt to interact with her.
This reminds me of a story I was reading before. It was like an anime kind of story, but it was kind of like different a little bit because the woman was like a hitchhiker and went in the car and she had like a suitcase on her. But it turned out that she was a ghost, but so she was showing the guy that picked her up that she was killed in her suitcase. She was murdered. It's pretty intense.
The Blue Ghost Tunnel itself adds to the mystique surrounding this legend. It has a dark and eerie atmosphere.
Yeah, that don't look creepy at all, don't it? Yeah, that tunnel screams horror over there.
Here with reports of strange sounds, apparitions, and an overall feeling of unease among those who venture inside.
If I was walking through that tunnel, I definitely feel like I'm being watched.
The legend has captivated the imaginations of locals and paranormal enthusiasts, drawing visitors to the tunnel in search of ghostly encounters and supernatural experiences. Whether it's a tale born from tragedy, folklore, or simply a product of people's vivid imaginations, the legend of the ghostly hitchhiker of Blue Ghost Tunnel adds an air of mystery and spookiness to Ontario's urban legends. In our number 5 spot today, we have the ghost ship of Northumberland Strait. According to legend, residents of Nova Scotia's Northumberland Strait have reported sightings of a mysterious phantom ship sailing the waters.
Oh, I heard about this one. This is the one, yeah. I heard about this one. This is the one about the ghost ship or whatever.
Under the cover of night. The ship is said to be a spectral vessel glowing with an otherworldly light and surrounded by an eerie aura. The sightings often describe the ship as an old, weathered vessel with tattered sails billowing in the wind. Witnesses claim that the ship appears and
it was something about like the ship went down or something, or people died in the ship or something like that.
disappears without a trace, leaving no sign of its presence or destination. The ghost ship of Northumberland Strait is believed to be a vessel lost at sea, doomed to wander the waters for eternity. Some versions of the legend suggest that the ship carries the restless spirits of sailors who perished in a tragic maritime accident.
Yeah, I figured it was something like that. Like they died. There was a bunch of workers or what do they call it? Sailors. There you go. Sailors. Words. Yeah, they got trapped in there and died. That's what I was thinking. There was something like that along those lines.
Local fishermen and sailors have shared chilling accounts of encountering the ghost ship, describing a
I wonder if anybody ever caught that stuff on video, you know? If it was possible for them.
bone-chilling silence and a very unsettling feeling of being watched as the phantom vessel passes by. In our number 4 spot today, we have the Ghost Bride of St. John. Legend has it that in the late 19th century, a young bride was preparing for her wedding day in St. John, New Brunswick. Tragically, on the day of her wedding, the bride's groom-to-be perished in a shipwreck.
I don't think I heard this one. I'm not 100% sure.
The treacherous Bay of Fundy. Heartbroken and devastated, the bride decided to take her own life by jumping off of a cliff into the turbulent waters below. Since then, locals claim to have witnessed this ghostly apparition of a veiled bride wandering near the cliffs overlooking the bay. She is said to appear in a flowing white wedding gown, her face hidden by a very sheer veil. Some have reported hearing her mournful cries or the faint sound of wedding bells carried by the wind. According to the legend, the ghost bride is forever trapped in a state of sorrow and longing, doomed to wander the cliffs in search of her lost love. Some believe that encountering the ghost bride is an omen of misfortune and impending tragedy. The story of the Ghost Bride of St. John's has become an enduring part of New Brunswick's folklore, captivating locals and visitors alike. In our number 3 spot today, we have Ogopogo.
Ogopogo? What?
Legend of Ogopogo is one of the most famous urban legends in British Columbia, Canada, particularly centered around the Okanagan Lake in the
What is that? Oh, is that supposed to be Nessie or whatever?
Interior of the province. Ogopogo is believed to be a serpentine lake monster resembling a giant sea serpent or a prehistoric creature.
Isn't that Nessie? Or is it something different?
That inhabits the depths of the lake. According to indigenous legends, the Silks people have long revered Ogopogo as a powerful water spirit or guardian of the lake. The name Ogopogo is derived from the...
I'm sorry, but it looks really goofy.
English word meaning water demon. It is said to have a long
Water
body,
demon?
dark greenish-brown scales, and a serpentine head, often described as resembling a cross between a snake and a dinosaur. Over the years,
Ew, what? A snake and a dinosaur? Get your... What?
numerous eyewitness accounts and alleged sightings have
I'm gonna get rid of that thing right now. That thing's true.
added to the lore surrounding Ogopogo. Witnesses claim to have seen humps, a snake-like creature, or large disturbances in the water.
What is that? How do people go underwater and deal with that stuff? See, I had panic attack. See, I can't go underwater with that stuff because no,
suggestive of a large unknown creature swimming beneath the surface. Some
No.
accounts even describe Ogopogo emerging partially from the water.
Dude, I don't like these pictures. I feel like that thing's about to eat that child.
Resembling a massive serpent. The legend of Ogopogo has attracted enthusiasts, researchers, and skeptics alike. Various expeditions, sonar scans, and photographic investigations have been conducted in an attempt to capture evidence of the creature's existence. The legend continues to thrive through books, artwork, festivals, and the ongoing fascination with this mysterious lake monster. Whether Ogopogo is a mythical creature, a misidentification of known animals, or
God, that picture. Fuck.
an actual remnant from a bygone era, the legend persists, adding a touch of mystery and wonder to the beautiful Okanagan region and its majestic lake. In our number 2 spot today, we have the haunting of Beaconsfield Historic House. Beaconsfield Historic House, located in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, is a
Wait, what? This is in Prince Edward Island? I gotta hear this. I traveled to Prince Edward Island before.
Victorian mansion with a rich history. According to local tales, the house is haunted by the spirit of a former resident, a young woman named Lucy Maud Montgomery. Montgomery, renowned as the author of the famous novel Anne of Green Gables, is said to have had a deep connection with the house during her time there. Visitors and staff have reported strange occurrences within the house, including unexplained footsteps, doors opening and closing on their own, and a sound of disembodied laughter echoing through the halls. Some have even claimed to catch glimpses of a ghostly figure resembling Montgomery herself. Many believe that Montgomery's lingering spirit continues to reside within Beaconsfield House, perhaps drawn by the memories and inspiration it holds. The ghostly tales surrounding this historic house have captivated locals and visitors alike, adding an eerie charm to its already compelling history. And finally, in our number 1 spot today, we have the Devil's Footprints. Story goes that one winter's night, a small coastal community in Newfoundland and Labrador woke up to find a peculiar set of footprints in the freshly fallen snow.
I heard of this. Where was this to in Newfoundland though? Which city was it? What city was it?
Believe that we have the Devil's Footprints. Story goes that one winter's night, a small coastal community in Newfoundland and Labrador woke up to find a peculiar set of footprints in the freshly fallen snow. The footprints were incredibly large and hoof-like in shape, leaving the villagers perplexed and fearful. The tracks stretched.
I kind of want to see that. I don't know why I want to see that sign. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back.